Hey guys, this is Shadsoft711 here. This video is not going to be like my other videos I've made, but to tell you the truth, I'm not in a good mood today. I've just had some money robbed, that's right, by Yukes and their game Real Steel for the PS3. Now, before I get into why I had my money robbed, I just want to try and explain why I even wanted this game in the first place. Firstly, when I was a kid, my big childhood obsession was Robot Wars. I loved this show and couldn't get enough of robot fighting. And being a fan, I also had to get the games of Robot Wars, and I would play them all the time. Like Robot Wars Extreme Destruction for the PC, loved that game. Granted, they're a bit rubbish now, but I still have a lot of nostalgia for them, and I can look back on them and think, oh yeah, Robot Wars, good times. And also I remember back when I saw the movie Real Steel at the cinemas. I loved the movie, and I thought to myself, this would make a pretty good game concept, and what do you know, there was a game made around it. Now, if past experiences with movie license games taught me anything, it was to proceed with caution. So I tried the demo for this game firstly, and to tell you the truth, it looked promising. Controls were decent, it had the characters from the movie and familiar fighting venues, and it also had a robot customization option, but that was in the full game. So I thought, what the hell, and decided to buy the full game. It wasn't that expensive, it was only about $6.99. There was also some DLC to be shown in the extras, but for now I just bought the game. Big mistake. Real Steel has got to be one of the saddest games ever. Why? Well, the reason why it's sad is that it's not actually a bad game. The combat system in this game was actually well implemented. You can pull off an assortment of moves, the button layout was easy to get to grips with, and the robots also have power bars, so there is some strategy behind the fighting as well. I was actually surprised at how deep the fighting combat was, but well done. So on the outside it seems like a good game, but there's one big problem, one crippling flaw that ruins the whole experience. You have to pay for everything, and we're not talking about in-game cash to repair your robot, we're talking real-life money, DLC. I mentioned previously the robot customization option. Well, you only get default parts. If you want any level of customization, you have to buy all your parts with DLC. You literally have to pay for the designer kit to even colour your robot. A robot kit alone costs £6. Individual parts all cost £2 each. And if you want vast customization options, it's all going to add up. It can cost more than 10 times the actual game, and that is frightening. Throughout the game it says that you unlock the following parts, but really that's just the game's way of saying they're available for purchase in the shop. No parts are given, you have to be prepared to shell out extra money. At this point I just say fuck it and use my default robot, but this leads us to the game's other crippling flaw, the difficulty. The first two fights are easy, but then the third guy just hands my ass to me on a silver platter. His punches are so powerful, and he's faster than I am, so it makes you feel like you're minuscule compared to him. I did fight on, and I beat Metro, but if the third opponent was that tough, I don't even want to know what future fights are like. So basically, the game tries to bait you into buying the better parts, because they know the game is fiendishly difficult. And just for that one final kick in the balls, the game charges you money for Real Steel money and repair kits. Both things that you get from matches. You don't get as much, but I just find it baffling. Why the fuck would you pay for something you can get in the game for free? Basically, what this game is a leech. It tries to leech as many poor suckers out of their money as it can. Now, I don't have anything against DLC, but it's supposed to be used for additional extra content in the game, not just to balance out the gameplay. Going back to Robot Wars Extreme Destruction, this game has pretty standard progression. You have very few customization options at the start, but as you play through the game, you gradually unlock more parts for your robot. It's simple common sense, and it's based off game skill, not additional charges. This is precisely the kind of DLC that Blockbuster Critic complains about. Wow, I never thought I'd be praising Blockbuster Critic. But, I think this whole lot content thing is something us gamers take for granted. We never really seem to consider it that big of a deal, not until we fall victim to it. I guess we didn't listen.
We didn't listen!
The saddest part about this is I really thought that the game had potential, because I like the way that the controls were laid out, the meaty fighting system, and the decent replication to the movie. But when you have to pay more than double the price just to get a full experience of the game, I say fuck that. The game is one deceptive fucker. It has a cheap retail price, a promising demo, and the PSN shop doesn't even show that much DLC. It's only after you bought the game that you realise how much more the game is charging you for extras. And as this is a downloadable game, I can't even sell it. So no matter what I do, I'm down by at least £8, which I'll never get back. So here's what you do. If you want to play this game, play the demo, because you pretty much get the meat of the game from that one mode the demo offers, and you don't even give these greedy bastards any money. In short, Real Steel is nothing more than a lazy, sneaky money-making scam, and Yukes, the company that developed this game, are ass scum.